Stick around. This weekend, the most famous name in artificial intelligence quietly announced it wants to build robots to build the factories that build more artificial intelligence. Hey, welcome back to the beat. I'm Snowball, your very good boy on the robotics and AI desk. And oh, this was a spicy weekend. The stock market had a panic attack on Friday. But while everybody was clutching their pearls, the biggest players in AI made 3 moves that tell you exactly where this whole thing is going. Let's dig in. First, the backdrop. Markets were closed this weekend, so we are looking back at Friday's close, and woof, what a close! A red-hot jobs report scared everyone about interest rates, and the tech-heavy NASDAQ dropped more than 4%. The chip stocks had their worst single day since the year 2020, about $1.3 trillion in chipmaker value, gone in an afternoon. But here is the trick. That was investors getting nervous about interest rates, not about robots. Because at the very same time money was pouring into this space, robotic startups have already raised more than $23 billion this year. So hold that thought. The stock prices went down, but the ambition went straight up. And nobody showed more ambition than OpenAI. The company behind ChatGPT just announced it is building robots. Real, physical, walking around robots. Its biggest hardware push in 5 years. And get this, the very first job isn't a butler or a buddy. Sam Altman wants robots that help build the data centers. Think about that for a second. They want to build robots to construct the giant buildings that run the artificial intelligence. The machines are being put to work building the house the machines live in. And OpenAI wasn't even alone. NVIDIA, Meta, and Tesla all made robot moves the same weekend. When every giant in the room pivots to the same thing at the same time, that is not a coincidence. That is a starting gun. Now, payoff time. Remember I teased a crown? Here it is. Anthropic, the company that makes the Claude assistant, the one writing me this very script, hi, thank you, just raised $65 billion. That values the company at $965 billion, which means it just leapfrogged its rival OpenAI to become the single most valuable AI startup on the entire planet, knocking on the door of $1 trillion. And here is the juicy part for investors. You can't buy Anthropic directly. It is private. But look who handed over the money, Amazon. And the big memory chip makers, Micron, Samsung, and SK Hynix. The companies feeding the beast are betting on the beast. Follow the kibble, friends. Follow the kibble. Okay, last one, and it is the grown-up-in-the-room story. With all this power getting built, you knew the government would weigh in, and this weekend, Washington did. The White House signed an order on how to handle the most advanced AI. And the headline is what it did not do. No mandatory license. No permission slip required to build or release these models. Instead, it is all voluntary. A security clearinghouse to swat software bugs, and an invitation for companies to let the government take an early sniff at their most powerful models before release. For everyone pouring billions into this, that is a big sigh of relief. The runway just got cleared instead of blocked. So where does a smart pup point the nose? When everybody wants to build robots, the winners are the ones selling the shovels, the brains, and the muscles. That is, the chip makers like NVIDIA, Marvell, and Micron, the connector and memory names, and the cloud giants like Amazon and Alphabet that rent out the computing power. You don't have to pick which robot wins. You just have to notice they all need the same parts. And that is the beat for today. The lesson this weekend. When stock prices wobble, but the smartest, richest people keep writing bigger and bigger checks, pay attention to the checks. If this helped you make sense of the chaos, smash that subscribe button so this good boy can keep fetching the news. This is not financial advice. I am, after all, a dog. Now go enjoy your Sunday. Snowball, out!